It was her last day today at Duncan.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk more about that when we're done. Hello.
What's up? What's up?
Hello, YouTube. God, I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm so sick. I'm going to be all right. You guys don't worry about me.
You'll make it through.
You just let me die. Let me die.
Fucking let it rip, tater chip.
What's up, everyone? Stinky Wet Cookie, Jersey P,
There's our boy.
brother from another schmother.
Hell yeah.
Kevin, Imperial Stout. We ain't worried. Hell nah, bro. What's up, Alex? Yeah, good fucking movie.
Yeah, really fucking good.
John Smith. Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Nicholas. Jake. Twisted Sister. Jersey Piece #1. She's a sellout, dude. She should be on that Brohio shit. And here she is.
Yeah.
Beating that Jersey Pete gong. Yeah, I'm nutting over this cruise coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be so fucking fun.
Andrew Cockmeat.
I can't wait, man.
We'll do it, Mike. We are more excited than you'll ever know. Yeah, so you guys come to my wedding right before the cruise?
Scattered Dutchman. Wait, what?
I was a Scattered Dutchman last week, yeah.
Yeah, title's still the same.
Oh! Hold on. Let me change it real quick.
We'll change that. Sorry, guys.
What's it called? I changed it.
There we go. There we go.
You motherfuckers. I did it on the fly. They said these lazy bastards about to do the same topic 2 weeks in a row.
Hey.
Try it. Don't put it past us.
911 calls, part 17.
Those are fun.
They are fun. I like the audio ones.
Yeah. Cool. We're excited to see everybody at the cruise.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be great.
We
Great
love
time.
y'all, motherfuckers. All right. We'll send it. Welcome to the only place that's hotter than that brown spongy thing between your dad's butt cheeks. This is the Brohio Podcast, and I am one half of the sickest boys on the interwebs.
Yeah, you're. You got a fucking warm load in the back of your throat.
Oh, man, I'm sick.
Yeah, it's fucking rough.
I'm on day 4 of just the gnarliest, I don't know.
Yeah.
The doctor said, "Do you want COVID?" And I said, "No." He said, "All right, then we're not going to give it to you." What do you want? So I want some fucking Z-Packs.
Sure.
And I want an inhaler because I want to be able to carry it with me and tell people I got asthma. So he gave me an inhaler and he gave me a Z-Pack.
Fuck yeah, dude.
No intentions of diagnosing me.
Yeah, I mean, it's not your job, right?
I'm still COVID-less.
You know,
Never had it. So you know what that says about me?
you never diagnosed with it.
I've been diagnosed with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Not diagnosed with COVID.
Yeah.
Yes. Ow, God, this fucking microphone screen pulled my whiskers. Shit.
Dude, I'll get shirts that like will grab onto like a piece of stubble on my neck.
Yeah.
Fucking catches and it hurts.
You got to
so
take
bad.
this back to Shein, dude.
Yeah, man.
Turn it back in.
Fucking microfiber.
Your kids buy shit from Shein?
They don't.
Oh, my God.
I think we've only ever bought one thing from Shein ever.
My girls keep on buying things with their own faces on them. So, like blankets and pillows and dolls.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now all their rooms are littered with shit with their own faces on it.
That's great.
Just like the ugliest fucking shit.
Imagine this fucking Asians making it. Like,
Oh, yeah. They do that. They paint their faces like Road Warrior Hawk and Animal.
it's like, what's wrong with these Americans?
Oh, no. I can't make this one.
Something wrong with her.
And they get the like voodoo dolls made themselves.
That's pretty fucking cool.
It's weird.
Yeah.
These kids are going to do it to me. Oh, how about a thank you to our all 2 of these brand new Patreon subscribers.
You take both of them. Go ahead.
Double A, Alec Abbott.
Size of my titties.
I remember I used to work in Mayor's Court with a girl named Alicia Abbott. She's a prostitute. and she would come. She would come in every single week.
Yeah.
And it was my job. I would have to sit there and see, like, how much money she could pay. I worked in the mayor's court, whatever. And one time I was like, "How much money you have to pay tonight?" And she's like, "I don't even have on clean underwear."
That should make the price go up.
Dude, I was like 18. I was like, okay.
Yo, what do you say to that?
Anyways.
So back to the question.
Did you shit yourself?
Yeah, is there poop?
Did you shit your pussy?
Yes.
I'm so fucking confused. Why is that? So is that $20 or how much is that? She ended up paying like $3 or something. But
Wonder how often females do shit their pussies. Send us an email. Let us know.
a lot. If you shit your pussy a lot, send us an email. brohiopodcast@gmail.com.
Oh,
Alec, we're so proud to have you along, buddy. We love you so much. Thanks for
you.
being here.
Love you.
And then next, we got the Dora's evil fucking twin. Is it Manny?
I don't know.
Man, no.
Could it make it? It might be.
There's some cartoon character named Manny.
Maybe. I don't
Manny the Handyman. Manny cartoon. Manny C. Manny C. Got that vitamin D. Manny cartoon. Let's see.
Manny the Handyman just sounds racist.
Handy Manny. That's it.
Okay, it sounds racist. Why has he got to be Hispanic?
Because he's a super. He comes to fix your house.
Hell yeah, man. He'll fix anything.
Handy Manny. Handy Manny. Let's see. Dude, my kids used to watch that shit.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
My kids are on this kick now where they like to go back and watch the cartoons they watched when they were little.
That's awesome.
It's really nostalgic for me because it
Yeah.
kind of it turns up all those feelings from when they were little ones.
Right.
And they laugh and shit, and it's pretty innocent. But then I show them cartoons from when I was little, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?"
Dude, ours were the best. I mean, it's
Eureka's Castle.
it's definitely the fucking nostalgia blinders, but our cartoons were the best.
They were I showed them Biker Mice from Mars, and they said this is the scariest shit we've
I don't
ever
think
seen.
I've ever seen that.
Oh, it was good. You never saw Biker Mice from Mars?
No. What was that like? Fucking? Is that some PBS bullshit?
I think it was on Fox every day when we got home from school.
Yeah, I wasn't really a Fox kid.
Back when you were getting your ass beat by your dad, I was watching
Yeah.
cartoons in my
Yeah.
fucking fully stocked refrigerator. Biker Mice from Mars theme
Yeah.
song. Let's play it for everybody.
And we had the best theme song. That's another thing. I feel like a fart. Oh,
Look at these dudes. Fucking outlaw mice.
look at that big ass head. Oh, dude, they're bad as fuck.
I know. Chicago.
Yeah. This is literally what every 90s cartoon looked like. He was laid back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks a lot like Turtles.
On his hog, dude.
Yeah, dude. No clippings.
No clue. Having to lay her down.
He ain't laying her down. Hell yeah, that looks pretty fucking rad.
Biker Mice from Mars.
I might have to watch that.
It's pretty good.
It looks fun.
It was awful.
Yeah.
Gargoyles, you ever watch that
Oh
one?
yeah, I like Gargoyles a lot. Yeah,
Bobby's World, too.
Bobby's World.
That was
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I think those were the only two that I really would watch on those. Those are Fox shows, right?
Yeah.
Remember the Tick?
I do. That was, I didn't like it.
Fucking
It was
awful.
weird. It never made sense to me.
Yeah, it's really, really
I think
weird.
it's for grown-ups.
Yeah. What we got?
Chicago woman gets 9-year sentence for stealing $1.5 million in chicken wings.
Bro, that's a crime for the people.
School district official in Chicago was given 9-year jail sentence after pleading guilty to stealing a staggering $1.5 million worth of chicken wings. Vera Lytle, the food service director for the Harvey School District 152 near Chicago, stole the huge amount of fast food during the pandemic and its aftermath, when the wings were meant for children doing remote learning but who were still picking up school meals. In total, she ordered more than 11,000 cases of chicken wings from the school district's food provider and then picked up the order herself in a district cargo van, legal papers filed.
Hell yeah, dude.
They call it a massive fraud scheme. Let's see, what did she do with these things? The theft was uncovered during a routine audit when it was found the annual food service costs were $300,000 over budget only halfway through the school year.
Ooh, ouch. Man, I think I could eat $1.5 million in chicken wings.
I could.
Me and you both. We
If
could
you put a little Carolina Gold on there.
Yeah, we could kill it.
Little, wild. There's this place by my work called Eli's Sports Bar.
Okay.
They have this sauce called Stingin' Barbecue,
Okay.
and it's fucking delicious.
Really?
I remember we walked in there for lunch one time, and I was in there with all my work friends, and we're staring at the menu, and some guy walks up to me and gets right in my face, and he's like, "Have you ever sucked a Bigfoot's dick before?" And I just stare at him. He's like, "Nicolicious, what's up?" And we like clapped hands, and we hugged, and I was like, he's like, "I love the fucking show, man." And then he walked out, and my friends at work were like, "What the fuck was that?" And I said,
You gotta act like
I said, somebody listens to the podcast. I said, "Is it like that?" And I said, "I guess it is now. I guess so." And they said, "Have you ever sucked a Bigfoot's dick?" I said, "Probably."
yeah. Unfortunately,
I've definitely read about it.
Yeah, definitely.
I would know what to expect if I were put in the position.
It is cool whenever you get recognized.
I know. I'm just
It feels good.
I tell my family, like, why are you people even able to be with me right now?
Do you know how honored you are?
You people should be bowing at my feet.
Everybody in our immediate life hates our fucking guts. Everybody else that listens to us loves us.
That's all right.
It's the ebb and flow of things, right?
Nice guys, though.
The checks and balances of life.
That's what Stacy will be like talking about. We'll meet her friends, and then she'll be like, Danielle's husband really liked you. And I'll say, well, fucking people love me, you know? People fucking love me.
Tell them to get in line.
Yeah, I don't have enough time for another friend.
Yeah. I do this thing where we'll be somewhere, and if somebody's like, "Hey, you're Rob, right?" And I'm like, "I love the show." I'm like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "Hey, talk to him for a second," and I'll just go back to doing whatever I was doing with my wife or whatever. And she's like,
"Aren't you gonna say anything?"
She's like, "You liked that, didn't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, it was okay." And she's like,
You like it?
"No," and she'll just laugh at me like, "You're so stupid."
It happens twice a year, and we're like, we're tired of this shit, man.
No, I love it. Fucking keep on going.
I want someone to run up and pick me up in public without saying my name. Just
Give me raspberries.
run up and fucking
Or my stomach.
Give me Indian burn on my arm.
Yeah. Just tickle my gooch.
Yeah, I'll do my best to fight through this one. I did go see Blink-182
Yeah, man.
a couple nights ago. They were really good
You didn't even blow off a live show to go do it.
in Columbus. Oh, yeah, I know. That was you, man.
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
You saw him without doing that. Well, spending $800, I didn't really have a fucking choice.
We got ours for like 60.
Yeah.
You saw where my seats are at. They weren't bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You spent $400 fucking dollars a ticket, and I wasn't getting my money back from that.
Probably
so.
wish you waited for that one, huh?
Yeah. I didn't know, man. I was like, do I want to fucking take the chance of it never happening again?
I don't, and I
Yeah.
didn't, but I couldn't afford $400 a ticket.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta eat the
I get
bullet.
it. I get it.
All right, let's say hello to a few of our sponsors. All right, there they were.
Yeah.
How good those were.
Yeah. You should tell them about what happened at the concert, what you just showed me beforehand, so that everybody can watch and get really secondhand cringe embarrassment.
Oh, so I felt like I was one with Tom because when I went, I was very, very sick. I was at the height of my sickness. And earlier in the day, I went to the doctor's office, and I said, I need a Z-Pack and an inhaler. They gave it to me. Then he also said, I told him about Blink-182 that night. And he said, well, let's fucking pump you full of steroids.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And get you feeling good for tonight. And I said, I love you.
It's music to your ears right there.
And then he went to shake my hand, and I bit him on his bottom lip. Are you a lip biter when you're making out with your wife?
No.
I do. Dude.
Every now and then.
I give her a little nibble.
But not often.
Do you give her the tongue, or you make her bring the tongue to you?
I'm usually the tongue giver.
You're the tonguer?
Yeah, I'm the
You're
tonguer.
the French kisser?
Yeah. Dude, yeah. I speak that fluently.
I don't know how it's happened over the years, but she's more of the tonguer.
Okay.
And the other night, I went with the tongue, and I just kept on giving it to her. And then when we were done, she's like, why the fuck are you just trying to fucking eat my face out for? This is what you wanted, right?
Yeah.
This is what you want.
You asked for it.
That was a few months ago. Yeah, he was really sick, and I was really sick.
Yeah.
And it got to the song First Date. In the car, I just can't wait to pick you up on our very first date. Yeah. And they decided as a band they were going to cut that song from the set list, which is one of their all-time
it's
great
song.
song.
Yeah.
And they said that, but then Mark was like, Travis and I have a plan where if this happened, we were going to get a fan to come on stage and sing it with us. So they said, is there anybody that can sing the song? And they found somebody right away, put their hand up. And they brought her up on stage. It was some Darian or something. I don't know. She was a nice young Indian girl. They started playing the song. And the part where you were supposed to start singing, she did not know the words at all. She started going.
The video is on YouTube.
You can look it up on. I'll play it right now. Actually.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he showed me before, and I was like sitting here watching it. I'm like, I can't do it. Like, it's too much cringe. Like, it's really fucking bad. It's really, yeah. It made me feel weird things.
She's like
and it's only for like 1 second, and then she just completely gives it up. And then Tom eventually takes the microphone from her.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Dude, isn't Travis Barker so fucking good?
Yeah. In the car, I just can't wait.
Like, everybody knows this song.
Yeah. Here she comes. She's about to fucking destroy it. I think she's singing all the small things.
Yeah. And then Mark takes over.
Mark took it over.
Yeah.
Here, she starts singing again here in a second.
She's trying to read his lips as she's like she's trying to anticipate the words.
I was melting in my seat. I was so upset.
Dude, oh my God. I would have died.
It had me stretched out, buddy.
Ugh.
All right, we've talked a lot recently about the U.S. government's black budget. A little bit here and there. But this is...
Our black budget looked great at the Olympics.
Yeah, dude. Although they showed some fucking Irish dude today.
Yeah.
Maybe it was from the Olympics. He was hung like a zebra. Huge, gigantic dick. You saw a lot of dick action during the Olympics.
It's fucking beautiful. Did you watch the 100 meter?
Yeah.
Holy fuck, was that nuts?
Those guys are fast.
Dude.
The finish was literally...
It was a photo...
Sliver of a hair.
Photo fucking finish. I think it's the most excited I've ever seen. Like, I actually got to see that like as it was happening.
Straight up, dude. If they let me wear baseball cleats, I could beat all those guys straight up. That's how I run.
Dude, that race was nuts.
Yeah,
it was great.
He won by a nut. Honestly, he wouldn't.
Yeah, for real.
That one guy that he was doing the high jump and knocked it, or the pole vault.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes it pays to have a small dick.
Yeah,
not often,
for sure,
but sometimes it does. One particular of these alleged missions, however, stands out among the many that we've talked about over the years. Project Serpo. And I find it hard to believe that we've never talked about this before.
Yeah, I've never even heard of this before.
According to the claims, Project Serpo would see a dozen human beings take part in an intergalactic exchange program.
Fuck yes, dude.
One where they would find themselves in another galaxy in the name of research and intergalactic relations. And I love this story, this project, and I'm not going to call it a story. I love the research around this project.
That's great.
Because it's so deep and rich, like some fucking chocolate cake. And I guess we can preface this, the next 10 pages of research, with the framework of the story.
Okay.
It goes as this: the remaining, and I hate to stop right there. I'm teaching myself Spanish too.
Okay.
For the cruise.
Okay.
¿Cómo está?
Está bien.
Muy bien, gracias.
¿Y tú?
Disculpe. Excuse me. Disculpe, señor.
You got the voice, hell yeah.
Disculpe, señor.
¿Dónde está el baño?
Adiós, señorita. ¿Está aquí?
Did I remember one? I don't remember which cruise it was, but I think it may have been Norwegian. We went on it, and there was every time you'd walk into the dining room, there's these women. I think they may have either been of Indian descent or somewhere in that neck of the woods.
On ours, they go washi washi washi.
That's what. Maybe it was on that
ours.
one. Yeah, you'd hold out their hands and they go washi washi.
Yeah, me llamo Nicolas. Oh.
Yes, maybe it was real Caribbean then.
Nos vamos. Nos vemos.
You're doing pretty fucking well, man.
I'm pretty far along now.
I took 4 years in high school. That sounds really good.
I can roll the R.
Yeah.
Disculpe. Buenos dias.
the broadcaster Spanish voice.
I sound your wife ever watch like the Virgin Jane or whatever? I sound like the narrator for that. I know lots of stuff now that I can kind of interpret it. Hola, ¿cómo está? Muy bien, gracias.
Anytime in Spanish class, we would talk about
español.
We would talk about the library. I'd fucking love it because it's biblioteca. Biblioteca.
I know.
¿Dónde está el biblioteca?
Beach is playa.
Yeah.
Playa. That's toilet paper. You got the 3-ply, 4-ply.
Yeah.
I'm still working through it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Good for you.
The remaining survivor. This is all centered around the Roswell crash.
Okay. Cool.
The remaining survivor was ferried to a top-secret military facility and granted permissions to contact other members of his civilization using equipment salvaged from the crashed UFO at Roswell. Military personnel learned that the survivor was a member of an alien race known as the Eban, which our government abbreviated from EBEs, which are extraterrestrial something. I got that later in the research. Most of this info from the project comes from a document that was released in 2005.
Damn.
The document is a presentation of the information posted on the internet at the website www.serpo.org from a retired senior government official. The website was intended to facilitate the gradual release of confidential documents pertaining to a top-secret exchange program of 12 U.S. military personnel to Serpo, a planet of Zeta Reticuli between the years of 1965 and 1978, which aligns with one of the topics we covered many moons ago where we actually interviewed his granddaughter, Dwight Eisenhower's meeting with the aliens. Mm-hmm. And this falls in line with that, actually. And I look back through all of our records, and we never talked about specifically Project Serpo.
I forgot that we even interviewed her, man.
She was a Looney Tune.
Yeah. I love it. My type of people.
I know.
Yeah, they're fun, man.
They are fun. She was like Alex Jones right wing too, though.
Yeah.
She's lights out crazy.
You don't have to buy into it to not enjoy it as an entertainment.
Oh yeah, I love talking to everybody.
Yeah,
about that shit. I get a lot of fucking joy out of it.
I think I think it's just fucking cool. Like people that are that hard into a subject, even like just their compassion for it.
Yeah,
they're like just love for the subject and.
Dude, I was in a gang stalking group on Facebook one time.
Fuck yeah, dude! Hell yeah!
You want to talk about lunacy? These people were crazy, man. And a couple times in there, I would type like, "You need to get."
Why were you in that group?
Because I had to find somebody for our show, which we did.
Oh, okay.
Which we did.
Yeah.
And then we got a lot of slack for that because they said we were, aiding this person in their mental health, whatever.
Yeah.
Which, who am I to? I'm not a fucking doctor. I'm just trying to interview someone that thinks they're being followed by the government.
Yeah, we're not a debate podcast. We're not going to debate people. We're going to sit here and we want to know why they feel the way they do.
But just my general dadliness, I had a couple times I had to write on there and comment and say, you need to go to the hospital.
Sure.
You need to go.
Yeah.
And I got out of that group because there was so much.
Just negativity?
So much sad, delusional negativity.
Yeah.
And people that really needed help.
Just super mentally ill. Yeah.
A lot of that. A lot of mental fucking illness.
Yeah, I get that. And they're in a group essentially that, perpetuates that and feeds into it and, just
they're all egging each other on.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, they're out hot and heavy today, shit like that. Like a fucking state trooper looking for speeders and shit. And they say, oh, they're out heavy today. Egging them on and shit. The information began to be released on the 2nd of November of 2005 by a retired senior official within the U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency, or the DIA, who called himself Anonymous.
Oh.
This individual reported that he was not acting individually and was part of a group of 6 DIA personnel working together as an alliance of 3 current and 3 former employees. He was their chief spokesman, is what he called himself. This group, known as the DIA-6 from the Defense Intelligence Agency, continues its work today under Anonymous. The cultish tech group that we've known and loved over the years.
Much respect, much love.
With full access to the briefing control access roster. Its official name is actually known in government circles. So this, like I said, starts at the Jesus of all UFO crashes. This is the mega. This is Roswell, the most...
Roswell, New Mexico.
Famous UFO alleged incident in the history of the United States.
Yeah.
What happened there? We'll truly never know, but this research here gives us a little better idea into what become of it. And I'm really happy to share this information tonight with everybody that's listening.
Excited.
I'm going to give me a little drinky of water.
Yeah, man, what that fucking whistle, Daddy. Yeah. Get that fucking cocksucker lubed up.
Call me so I can get a juicy for you. Lil Wayne's going to be at the Schottenstein Center.
I fucking love Lil Wayne.
I like him too, and I think you and I could have a lot of fun in a Lil Wayne concert.
I agree. I love Lil Wayne, man. I think he's a fucking genius.
The hood loves Nickalicious.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Think,
Dude, I was watching an interview with him a couple days ago, and I think it was when he was on Fallon, and he was talking about, Fallon said something like, "Is it true that you've written over 1 million songs?" And he said, "Well," it's a little fucking wheezy. "Well," he said, "it's not true." He said, pretty much, he says he doesn't write songs.
Yeah,
He'll go in, he'll rap, he'll just fucking rap. And then afterwards, after he records a song, someone transcribes what he wrote for him.
Oh, really?
And then he studies the lyrics and memorizes them for when he has to do live shows.
Wow.
I'm like, how can you be that fucking artistic?
That's crazy, dude.
Which you can kind of see it because in a lot of his songs, he does repeat certain rhymes, like certain bars he'll repeat.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? If a lot of it is coming off of his head, and he's just making it up right as he sits, it's fucking cool.
That's wild, man.
And what's great to think about is like somebody like him, like we're gonna have music of his coming out even after he passes away, like new shit that nobody's ever heard before.
Yeah,
it's fucking great, man.
He's fucking. I'd say every day he's close to dying, even if he wants to or not. I mean, I don't want the dude dead, but I just say between. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's top 3.
I think he overdosed.
Time.
I think he overdosed once.
It wasn't surprising me
On some scissor or something.
some lean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In July of 1947, a remarkable event occurred in New Mexico. During a storm, two ET spacecrafts crashed. One crashed southwest of Corona, New Mexico, and one crashed near Detil, New Mexico. There were 5 dead aliens and 1 living alien at the crash sites. What we're talking about is going to detail what happened to the 1 living EBE, or extraterrestrial, from that incident. The Corona site was found a day later by an archaeology team. This team reported the crash site to the Lincoln County Sheriff's Department. A deputy arrived the next day and summoned a state police officer. 1 live entity, or an EBE, was found hiding behind a rock. The entity was given water, but declined food.
Hey there, little buddy. What are you doing over there? I'm just rocking.
You want some water? The information eventually went to Roswell Army Airfield. All the debris and EBEs recovered from the first crash site were initially taken to Roswell Army Airfield, Roswell, New Mexico. The debris itself was actually transferred here to our home of Dayton, Ohio, home of the Air Force Foreign Technology Division. The bodies of the dead aliens were transported to Wright Field in Ohio and kept in a form of deep freeze. And I will say, over the years, there's always been a rumor that Wright Pat Air Force Base around us, so that's where the aliens are at.
Yeah.
And there's someone close to me that I've talked about over the years.
Yeah.
Who is no longer employed by the government.
Sure.
That person will not talk or tell me their tales. But I have pulled at this person enough over the years that I know that wreckage, at least, was researched at the facility.
Oh, for sure. I'm pretty sure at this point it's
known.
It's a 100% fact almost that it was transferred from Roswell, New Mexico to Dayton, Ohio to Wright Field.
Yeah. Now, these EBEs, they were later transported to Los Alamos, where special containers were made to keep the bodies from decaying. The second crash site discovered by ranchers wasn't discovered until a month later, actually. Both sites align with one another with what type of cadavers were found, the types of spacecraft. So it's not like the first crash they found, everything was different compared to the second crash site. Everything kind of aligned with one another. They were mostly the same. The living creature, surprise, surprise, was found to not be human. So scientists designated the creature as EBE-1. They referred to this EBE, who would later be found to be male, as Noah.
Hell yeah.
Within EBE's race, they have males and they do have females. EBE, just got to trust the science, dog. That's what they say. That's what they say here, right?
Right, yeah.
EBE was treated for some minor injuries, or Noah, as we'll call him.
Can you imagine crashing a fucking UFO from out of a fucking planet, solar system, and just having minor injuries? This motherfucker was flying through the air, crashed into the ground, and only suffered minor injuries.
And we'll talk in a little bit about how fast we think the spacecraft
Hell yeah.
could have been traveling.
Nice.
The EBE, or Noah, was treated for some minor injuries and then taken to Los Alamos National Laboratories, which was the safest and most secure location in the world. Special accommodations were made for Noah. We believe Noah was a member of their, meaning the EBEs, their Air Force, or maybe something like their NASA force.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's dope.
And this is the direct journaling of the senior scientist that released, the senior government official that released this. So these are his exact words. He refers to this alien as EBE through the whole thing, but I'm calling Noah.
Yeah.
Noah stayed alive until 1952 when it died. We learned a great deal from Noah. Although Noah did not have a voice organs like humans, he was able to communicate with an operation performed by military doctors. Noah was extremely intelligent. He learned English quickly, mainly by listening to military personnel who were responsible for EBE safety and care. Noah was housed in a special area at Los Alamos and Sandia Base. Although many different military doctors, scientists, and select number of civilians studied EBE, Noah never became upset or angry. Noah helped us learn from all the items found in the two crash sites. And that's one thing that I would like to touch on real quick. Is this alien, this EBE or Noah?
Noah?
He was, they claim through all of this that he was 100% cooperative.
Okay.
He wanted to help us make contact with his people. He wanted to help us understand their mission. He was a very peaceful being. There was no we're trying to take over.
Yeah, yeah.
We want you dead, or even any, I guess, a lot of the things over the years has been, hey, the aliens start turning stones over when we start getting too much nuclear acceleration.
Sure.
There's no mention of that in Project Serpo here. Noah showed us some of how the items worked, such as a communication device. He also showed us how various other devices worked. Noah died of what military doctors considered natural causes. That's sad. I don't think we could really state exactly why Noah died. Although we had 5 years to study Noah, we didn't have any standards to compare Noah's body with standard medical observations. It was difficult to lose Noah, since it was the most interesting thing we as humans could perceive and study. This was a visitor from another planet in a whole other world. And I will say that of all the places that they did the shuffling of Noah, he didn't like hot weather. He liked cooler weather.
Okay.
Although they took him to Washington, D.C. in the fall, and he claimed that was too cold for him.
Okay.
So I'd imagine, like that 75 to 70-ish range right there is kind of where this fucking lizard liked to live its life. Like any other bearded dragon.
Imagine him just strolling down the street in a fucking puff jacket, smoking a joint.
And that's the thing, dude, is people say that aliens walk among us, and
Yeah.
that they're in the general population and they're here, which they might be. I don't know.
I've seen plenty of people that look reptilian-like.
I've met some really weird fuckers.
Yeah.
Lots of them listen to this show, as a
Mhm.
matter of fact.
Right.
So let's talk about the Eban Society, or Noah's Society.
Okay, cool.
The alien civilization EBE comes from is called the Eban Society, a name given by humans, not by the aliens themselves. Ebans differ significantly from humans in terms of internal organs, skin, eyes, ears, and breathing. Their blood is not red, and their brain structure is entirely different from that of humans. Ebans have 2 different eyelids, likely due to the brightness of their home planet. So Zeta Reticuli is, I want to say, 40 light years away from here is where this is located.
Okay.
Yeah. EBE's planet is within the Zeta Reticuli star system, approximately 40 light years from Earth. The closest star to Earth is Alpha Centauri, about 4.3 light years away. This government official alleges that Ebans, or Noah's Society, their spacecraft took 9 months to travel 40 light years, implying much, much faster travel than that of the speed of light.
Okay.
So, to contrast that, I think it would take us 40 years to achieve that. What they accomplished in 9 months.
Okay.
Let me look that up. I looked that up earlier, and I'm like, that would make too much fucking sense for 40 light years to take 40 fucking years for us to travel.
Right. You're right.
How long for us to travel a light year? A light year is
27,000 years to travel 1 light year.
oh my god,
Yeah.
24,000 miles per hour.
Jesus. Well, I think we're just under that, man.
Okay, I think it would take longer than 40 years. 40 light years. Oh my god, can't even compute it.
Yeah, that math was off. It's about how fast the fucking Chipotle hot sauce sprays out of my ass.
Oh, I'm reading here, it'd take a car like 719 million years.
Oh, fuck. 18 trillion euros.
And these fucking lizards did it in 9 months.
Wow, that's impressive, man. Yeah.
You want to talk about cooking?
Shit.
Cooking with grease, bro.
Imagine seeing them driving down 75, bro.
Yeah. I bet you they don't fucking drive the speed limit in the contraflow lane. I fucking hate 75 right now.
Dude,
I-75.
it's so bad. It's so bad.
Because I commute an hour to work. It's 55 miles for me to get to work. And I got to deal with 75 every single day. And I really can't wait till they put the Buc-ee's in.
Dude, it's going to be so bad. 70's going to be fucked.
Lock it up like a cheese shit.
God, dude, it's going to be so bad.
Like you just ate 4 blocks of cheese and took a dump.
Dude, they pay so well.
I know. I'll be a car wash manager for $150K.
Yeah. You fucking
tell me where to stand.
You're the manager of the fucking brisket cutting station.
I'll
You make
do it.
$120,000.
Yeah, I will do it. Yeah, I think we've talked about it a little bit, but they're building a Buc-ee's 10 minutes away from our house.
Yeah, right by where I travel for my work every single day. It's gonna be fucking brutal.
Buc-ee's the shit, though, man.
Can you imagine how much fucking money that farmer made on his land?
I have no idea.
It's got to be fucking good.
One of our most faithful listeners, my cousin Noah, he lives right there next to it.
Yeah.
And he's irate.
Oh, I'm sure it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
His real estate prices are gonna go fucking up though.
I don't know. It's gonna make his house smell like beaver nuggets.
It's worth it. He can walk and get some brisket sandwiches any day he fucking wants.
I told my dudes at work, and they said, "Can you stop and get us bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits?" I said,
God, that sounds so good.
Yeah, I probably could.
Yeah.
And apparently their bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits are next level, dude.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Dude, I'm a huge fan of anything fucking breakfast.
Yeah, back when I was living recklessly, I'd go to McDonald's and I'd get a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle,
Yeah.
and then I'd get a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Yeah.
And I'd eat the biscuit really fast before I could convince myself I was still full.
Yeah.
So that way I could get the biscuit and the McGriddle in me.
Nice.
And boy, I tell you what, that really sets you up for the day.
Yeah. My boss told me about this place that's right down the road from me called the Bulldog Diner.
Yeah.
He has friends that their family owns that,
Mhm.
and supposedly it's like fucking Waffle House on crack is what
West
he said.
Milton?
Yeah. And I'm like, oh. So I was like, hey, we got to go there this weekend.
Yeah, check that out.
I don't know what you got going on, but I want some fucking eggs.
Your ass ain't up for breakfast, though, are you?
Dude, I'll be up for breakfast. I'll be up for breakfast. That's that good.
Dude, nothing's better than waking up when you're a kid and mom was cooking some fucking gravy and biscuits.
Dude, anytime it's like one of those things, man. You wake up and you smell breakfast. It just makes you happy.
Yeah.
It starts your day off right.
Especially if you know there's infinite orange juice associated
Oh
with it.
yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Biscuits and gravy and eggs and fucking bacon and sausage. Oh, fuck me, dude.
Little B&E.
Little B&E.
Maple sausage.
Yeah. Biscuits and gravy for me is like, that's like the
Yeah.
fucking cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people listening are like, what's a biscuit and gravy?
Oh, God.
Look it up.
Taste it. So good. Sausage gravy.
Eban's spacecraft took 9 months to travel 40 light years, which would take us 18 billion years in a Honda Civic, implying travel faster than that of the speed of light.
Okay.
Their spaceships utilize space tunnels, allowing them to bend the distance between 2 points in space.
That's cool.
The laws of physics on the Eban planet differ from Earth's, especially concerning the movement of their planet relative to their 2 suns. Ebans have 2 propulsion systems, one for within our atmosphere and another for space travel. Their propulsion system emits low-level radiation, which is different from Earth's nuclear radiation. So that is what we cannot comprehend as humans. People that say, oh, aliens aren't real, there's no way they could travel here, it's too far. That's the thing, is they have fucking science that we don't know of. They have,
Of course.
They can do shit that we have no idea. You can't comprehend it because we don't know it's a thing.
Yeah.
Space tunnels, bending time, traveling faster than certain sources of energy. They have and can do things that we don't know about. So it's hard for us to quantify in our brains what they're actually doing.
Sure. And it's safe to say that they, if they do exist, that they've probably lasted and been here a lot longer than we have. And it's believed that, a lot of our understanding of what they can do is from, reverse engineering or from help from them. And if you got to think is if one of these beings shows us something science related that,
Like their dick.
Yeah, like their dick. Like they're already 40 years in the past.
It would be essentially like someone finding Earth and us showing them a piece of paper.
Exactly.
Look at this technology right here.
Yeah, like the wheel for the first time, or like a fucking
fire.
fire. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So by the time they get back to their planet, they probably quadrupled in fucking technology.
Yeah. Time on the Eban planet, called Serpo, is different with a day lasting approximately 40 hours. The Serpo solar system is a binary star system with 2 suns.
Imagine all you could get done in a 40-hour day.
I know. I can barely get anything done in a 40-hour week. At work.
Fuck, man.
Boss is like, what'd you get done today? And I'm like, what the fuck did you get done today? Not much.
Get done?
Yeah. I'm done, all right. I took a shit. Done with that.
Amen.
Causing continuous daylight with only a brief period of darkness. NOAA, or EBE-1, provided a communication device that allowed us to contact the planet Serpo.
Okay. That's cool.
This communication device was on board the Eban craft that crashed in July 1947 near Corona, New Mexico. NOAA showed us the proper use of this communication device prior to his death. However, the device did not function properly and no contact could be made with Serpo. Just prior to Noah's death, an American scientist from Los Alamos figured out the device worked and
Ooh.
connected an energy source found in the Eban craft to the communication device. With Noah's assistance and language input, several signals were sent during the summer of 1952. In early fall of 1952, we received several signals in return on the device.
Shit.
Noah translated the messages and provided us with the information. Noah sent 6 messages. The first message was just letting his planet know that he was indeed alive. The second message explained the crash in 1947 and the death of his crew. The third message asked for a rescue craft for him.
Okay.
Get me the fuck out of here.
These people, this place is fucking insane.
They just took me to Washington, D.C. Get me out of here.
They took me to their leader.
The fourth message suggested a formal meeting with the leaders of Earth, which...
Who would that be?
Yeah, who would that be? According to who you ask, it's a little different.
Yeah.
The fifth message suggested an exchange program.
Okay.
The sixth message, this is the fucking meat and potatoes, buddy,
Beautiful.
provided landing coordinates for any future rescue or visitation mission to Earth. The incoming messages gave a time and date, even date and time system, and confirmed a landing location. However, once the message was translated by Noah, it was determined the date was over 10 years away. Fearing that Noah, who was sick at this point, did not translate the message correctly, our scientists began to translate the message based on the Eban language that was taught to us by Eb1, a.k.a. Noah. So we'll talk about briefly, Noah was actually a mechanic in his fleet that he was in, the Air Force that he worked in. He was not a scientist, but he did help teach the Eban language to the humans that were kind of his handlers.
Okay.
Humans managed to translate about 30% of the Eban language through complex sentences and numbers that were difficult to understand. Communication was challenging after Noah passed away, and messages were sent for 6 months in 1953 without a response. And I can imagine the scientists at the time who were sending out these messages, who had so successfully communicated with the Ebans up to this point, and then Noah died, and then all of a sudden they get left on red.
Man.
And this other extraterrestrial civilization stops returning messages. Their butts are probably puckered thinking, all right,
Oh, yeah.
we fucking let this dude die. They're on their way here. Dad's coming home, and they're going to wreck our ship. Finally, after refining communication efforts, humans sent messages in 1955. This would have been just a few years after Noah had died, and they received a reply. Initial replies from the Ebans were in broken English containing nouns and adjectives but lacking verbs. Over several months, the Ebans learned basic English, and humans provided them with English lessons. The Ebans sent a form of their alphabet with English equivalents, which was challenging for linguists to decipher. Over 5 years, humans improved their understanding of the Eban language, and the Ebans improved their English comprehension. There were significant difficulties in coordinating a date, time, and location for an Eban landing on Earth due to differences in time and date systems. And I could see that being a huge logistical roadblock, as they don't interpret time and space the same time as we interpret time and the way we revolve around the sun.
Yeah, if they're 40 hours a day,
Yeah,
they're almost double us.
if they're like, shit, bro, we'll be there next week, and we're like, shit, bro, that's
That's 2
fucking
weeks.
3 years from now. What the fuck?
Yeah, right.
The Ebans sent their time system, but it was difficult for scientists to interpret without reference to the Eban planet. Humans decided to send pictures of Earth, landmarks, and a simple numbering system to facilitate communication. This communication would result in an organized landing of a team of Eban beings. This would take place at a secret base in New Mexico in April of 1964.
Okay.
That is where the secret talks between President Dwight Eisenhower and various alien races, that allegedly took place in the 1950s. That was leading up to this.
Okay.
Whether then President Lyndon Baines Johnson was who was present at the meeting in 1964 is unclear. Reports simply state that representatives of the U.S. government conducted talks with the Ebans, and I would love to know
God,
which schmucks we sent as our formal representatives of the United States government to talk to this alien race from the Zeta Reticuli.
it's crazy to think about.
I know. They probably sent Elvis. And Elvis does come into play here in a little bit.
Shut the fuck up.
And not really in a crazy way.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about it. According to the source, a technological device of the Ebans allowed, and I don't want to make this seem like it's far fetched. You'll understand why that makes sense, and it does make sense. According to the source, a technological device of the Ebans allowed these talks to proceed in English. The Ebans wished to retrieve their fallen pilots. The U.S. military had kept these beings in biological storage following their studies of them. The Ebans would indeed take their dead crew home during that meeting in 1964. More than that, though, the two sides agreed to a bizarre exchange program.
Okay.
A program that would see 12 American military members leave with the Ebans on their return journey. A single Eban would remain with the Americans throughout the program. Every single record on each team member so all 12 members, they were vetted to no end, my friend.
Sure.
Every team member selected was purged, including their social security number records, internal revenue tax records, medical records, military records, and any other ID records were either destroyed or collected and placed in a special storage location. Originally, about 56,000 files were screened for possible selectees. The screening process finally got down to 12. These were the best of the best. This reminds me of the Men in Black. During training, which lasted roughly 6 months, there were 16 going through training. The 4 were replacements just in case one of the originals was injured or released for some other reason. There was a team commander, assistant team commander, a team pilot, another team pilot, a linguist, another linguist, a biologist, 2 scientists, 2 doctors, and 1 security officer.
Okay.
Is what this 12-member crew was comprised of.
Yeah, I'm gonna be totally honest. I would have loved to have been one of those.
Me too.
If I was young, had nothing else, if I was a single man,
like, look,
yeah, I have an opportunity that I'll never be able
like
to.
Armageddon.
Yeah,
I gotta get out of here.
dude, that would be so fucking cool.
It would be.
It'd be sad. It'd be lonely, but
You ever fart in a spaceship?
I would.
No, but I would too.
Yeah. I wonder what a fucking space turd does. Man,
those aliens would immediately just write to our fucking handlers and tell us how much of a mistake it was sending our dumbasses.
Yeah.
2 podcasters, 2 doctors.
Yes. Aliens probably make like snake turds, like little white chalky turds.
I don't know if they poop, man.
We're having big fucking messy ass blasters.
If you're an alien and you poop, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com.
Send us a picture of your poop. I want to know what it looks like.
Send us alien poop. P.O. Box 672, Vandalia, Ohio 45377. The top secret mission left Earth in 1965 on their way to the planet Serpo in the Zeta Reticuli star system. Incidentally, Serpo is the crew's name for the planet. The Ebans refer to it as Eban. 12 military members would make up the crew for the mission, 2 members each from the Navy and Army ranks, along with 8 members of the United States Air Force. The mission was allegedly supposed to last about 10 years, which they would then return to Earth.
All right.
There was a plethora of things that we sent with us, so much like a traveling time capsule.
Yeah, like a time capsule, yeah.
And they sent a whole bunch of music with these guys.
That's cool.
To give it to let these aliens listen to it. The very top of this list of music that we sent is Elvis Presley. Some of the other names that we would know: Buddy Holly, let's see, the Beach Boys, Bob Dylan, the Beatles, Loretta Lynn, Simon and Garfunkel, Chubby Checker. Come on, baby. Do a twist. Bing Crosby.
Doris Day, nice.
Frank
Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin. What a good fucking selection of music.
It really is. They said Christmas music
Fuck that.
and U.S. patriotic music, along with a lot of
course.
classical, music.
God. Patriotic music. I can't do it.
If tomorrow the things are gone, I work for my life.
It's so rough.
Until they have freedom. I am sick, so I cannot sing. I cannot do my best Lee Greenwood impression.
My children and my wife.
Not just my children and my wife. I packed my Lightning McQueen Crocs in the mirror near a day. Somebody wrote us about Crocs, dude, and said they're a grown man. They have Toy Story Crocs or some shit.
Shut the fuck up. That's so good. Dude, I was telling my wife on the way home from that episode about how fucking hard we were laughing. I told her to lead up to it, and I explained the whole thing to it, and she was like, yeah, it's not funny. I'm like, you had to be there.
You stupid bitch.
Like, we were crying.
We really were.
We were fucking hurting.
Let me see here.
Fucking Toy Story Crocs. That's pretty fucking sweet.
Lightning. Did you let her? It was on YouTube or on. I put it on.
Did you make like a little clip out of it?
Yeah, on Facebook.
Oh, did you? I
You didn't see it?
No, I didn't see it. I haven't seen any of this stuff like here lately.
I don't know where they sent it. God bless you.
Fuck. Sorry, guys. God, this is
Dude,
the worst episode ever.
I'm
Oh,
grinding through here.
I can already see it. Stop sniffling into the
Why
microphone.
could they help it? I mean, I pushed it back to Thursday. If we would have done this Monday or
Yeah.
Tuesday or Wednesday, it just would have not happened, dude.
Yeah.
However, communication would prove to be difficult, with many technical difficulties arising over the years. 5 years into the mission, Earth lost complete communication altogether. Fearing the entire unit dead or trapped somewhere in space, the mission was close to abandonment. Then, out of nowhere, communication would open, and the crew, at least, the surviving members, returned to Earth in 1978.
Hell yeah.
Of the 12 people that made the journey to Serpo, only 8 would return. 2 of the original members had died during the 13 years they had been away. Another 2 members had opted to stay on planet Serpo altogether. They said, I'm not going fucking back to Earth. They said, I'm staying there.
Hey, I can't say that's the wrong choice.
The eventual top secret report runs to over 3,000 pages in length and contains remarkable detail. As far as most researchers are aware, no leaking of the actual report itself has taken place. All 8 of the returning crew members would enter strict quarantine for an entire year. While there, they informed their supervisors of their experiences and findings. The journey to Eban's home, some 39 light years away, had taken only 9 months. 2 moons flanked the planet, whose days were the equivalent of 43 hours long. The heat of the planet would prove to take the most adapting to, and was bordering on too extreme for human beings. The human crew finally settled in the planet's uppermost northern region where the climate was better suited. The Ebans had bases on a nearby planet known as Otto, or OTTO, but it was otherwise barren and lifeless. Another celestial body in their system, Celis, provides mining for minerals key to their survival. While in contained basic life forms, they were not intelligent. According to this is what the day-to-day life of the Ebans. According to the anonymous source, the crew would speak of time being the key difference between humans and the Ebans. They didn't judge or account for time in the same way that humans would.
Okay.
Their daily lives would revolve around the movement of the central sun, and that makes a lot of sense.
Sure.
All the Ebans' food came from large biodome-like structures which they would grow and harvest themselves. They were the only intelligent life on the planet, and while other animal life forms did exist, the Ebans did not at all associate them with food. Whereas we're fucking eating bear meat and fucking moose and shit.
Yeah, we are.
They just let the shit run free. The Ebans themselves would most often live in small communities relatively spread out from one another. While order very much existed within these communities, crime was not an issue, nor was money. Distribution centers existed in places of shops with goods and produce issued upon request. Not all aspects were different, however. The family unit, as we know it, exists among the Ebans, as does the desire for entertainment, music, and team games. All 8 of the crew who returned from Serpo would suffer a lifetime of illness in the following years. This is thought to be due to exposure to radiation during the space flights. Radiation was something that the Ebans apparently were immune from. According to the anonymous source, the last surviving member of the mission died in the year 2002.
Damn, that's crazy.
It is.
I'd like to hear that fucking deathbed confession.
I went to planet Serpo in Lightning McQueen Groks.
Okay, Grandpa.
Yeah, right, motherfucker.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, right. And I got a 5-inch dick. Papaw.
Thanks for the genetics.
I did think about leaving behind like some really wild journals.
That would be fucking cool, yeah.
Really weird stuff. We're such fuckheads. And this podcast is going to follow us for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
We'll never be able to scrub the internet of this.
We can make like a really cool fucking like scavenger hunt. And then the prize is like a shoebox, and when you dig it up, it's just a fucking white dog turd.
And some fucking Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
Oh,
I don't
man.
know. Man, what's crazy is when I was reading through all this, none of it seemed too far-fetched. It all,
Yeah.
just all kind of,
It
it could happen.
absolutely. It definitely could.
I hope it happens.
I want to think that it would happen, that it could happen, that it did happen.
do it.
I would.
I want them to launch me out of here.
Yeah, if they need some mediocre broadcasters out in fucking
Yeah.
out in outer space.
Or whatever we are.
Yeah. Fucking let's get a hold of Ebans. We need to fucking go to Serpo.
You find that device, that communication device.
Yeah.
They probably just quit. They probably just quit talking to us.
I think this is it, man. Think about it. 40 years from now, Serpo may be getting this.
they really might.
Yeah.
And they're just like, what is this shit?
It's Earth is really,
Who are these
really are
fucking
going on some
idiots?
hard times.
Who are these fucking guys?
Right.
Oh,
shit.
man. Well, that concludes our episode about Project Serpo.
That was fun. I like that.
It was different.
Yeah.
Good change away from true crime and whatever else shit we talk
Yeah.
about. I love finding stuff like this. I appreciate you guys sticking with us through this illness. We will hopefully be all healed up. Today's Thursday, so
It is, yeah.
we'll probably be back sooner than later.
Sure.
We are getting so close to the cruise,
It's great, man. I'm almost about 30 days away.
and I'm so profoundly excited.
I can't. It's one of those things, man. But then once it passes, I think I'm gonna be depressed a little bit.
Yeah. And
I love having something to look forward to, and then I just get really sad when it's over. Until I have something else to look forward to.
yeah, I would say if you're if you're going on the cruise and you're looking for stuff to do on the big mistake that we made during the last cruise is when we went to Jamaica, we're just like, we don't have anything planned. We're just gonna wing it. We're just gonna chicken wing it. What did you guys end up doing in Jamaica?
I think we just went around to beaches.
That's what we did too.
Yeah, we went to we did the fucking touristy stuff around, and then we took a taxi to a beach.
Complete waste of time.
Yeah, I mean the thing is that it's almost all the same.
Well, I would encourage you, if you're going on the cruise, to look for all-inclusive beach clubs in Cozumel and Costa Maya. For around $60 per person, they're going to booze you and fill you full of food for the entire day. Or just stay on the boat, and you'll do the same thing there.
Yeah.
But with these beach clubs, you get your private spot on the beach, a covered cabana, all that shit, for just like $60 a person.
Yeah.
But do your research. I would say one that I found, we're not going there because of reasons.
We looked at one that was like very high rated, and it was already fucking booked up.
Costa Maya. Not it's not Costa Maya. What is it? try to find it for you guys real quick.
Okay. Yeah, let's fucking.
Maya Chan. That's what it is.
Okay,
Maya Chan.
Maya-chan.
Maya Chan. CHAN. But they got incredible reviews. I personally found a nicer club, and we're going to go there.
All-inclusive is the way to go. And also, if you are going, I do want to let you know, Texas is really weird, so when you first get on, even if you have the drink pass, you will be paying for drinks until we hit international water.
Which takes about an hour.
It takes about an hour off the coast of the ship. Texas, for some reason, Texas has this law where you can't have any. Essentially, they cannot serve any free drinks.
Yeah,
free drinks, even though.
No, it's the alcohol served has to come from Texas distribution centers.
Yes, there you go.
And
yeah, so you'll be paying even if you do have the drink pass, which is very wise if you're a drinker.
Yeah,
you'll still have to pay for drinks for about, however long you're on the ship until an hour after it leaves.
Yeah, which drinks are like $6-7 for beer.
Yeah,
$10 for a cocktail.
Just chill.
So just plan on that, or do like Jersey Pete did. Take a wine bottle, empty it out, and then fill it full of fucking the strongest whiskey you can find.
A mouthwash bottle.
Oh, that's what he did, yeah.
Yeah, it was the bottle of Listerine. Yeah.
What a scumbag.
Brilliant, man.
Empty a blue one, fill it full of Rumplemints.
Oh, fuck. Ugh. Just fucking mix it at that point.
Do you remember the first liqueur you drank to almost die when you were a kid? I remember mine.
Man. So, I don't know. I really don't.
Mine was Hot Damn.
Okay.
You know what that is?
Yeah, it's like Fireball.
Cinnamon schnapps.
Yeah, it's like Fireball.
It's at Matt Oppie's house.
That's fitting.
We drink all that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Hot Damn, baby.
Yeah.
God, I was sicker than a dog. I thought I had fucking worms after I drank that shit.
Yeah, my thing with my first time ever being like really drunk was I was mixing so much stuff, and it was fucking rough. It was rough.
So I'll say one thing for the cruise. Apparently, if you have the drink package, you get unlimited coconut waters.
Ooh,
a lot of people
yeah.
swear by
That's good for you.
have a coconut water between every drink.
Mm-hmm. Keep you hydrated.
Keep you feeling real good.
You don't want to lose a day because you're fucking hungover from the night before.
Yeah.
So pack some liquid IVs, drink some coconut water.
Tomorrow's the last day of my 75 hard challenge.
Congratulations. Congratulations. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank
You
you.
timed that well right on a Friday.
Yeah.
So do you have to go all the way through Friday?
Yeah.
So Saturday's
But
the
it's
first.
not even. I'm not even thinking about it, dude.
That's awesome, man.
kind of just like it is what it is.
Yeah, dude. That's awesome.
Through it,
Sure.
conquered it.
Good job, dude. Good job. Proud of you.
Thank you. What is your? Oh, okay.
There's no way I could have done it.
You'd surprise yourself. The hardest part's been
Yeah.
this last week when I'm sick,
Sure.
and I will say, like, these last couple days, all I did was 2 walks. I'm supposed to work out twice a day,
Yeah.
and both times I just took a brisk walk because fuck going. Well, one day I went to the gym and I did arms because I can't miss arms.
Right.
Curls are for the girls,
Yeah. Right.
so you can't miss going to the gym and doing arms.
Mm.
And then I've just been walking these past couple days.
At least you're doing something, man.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Reading that book, drinking that water.
Yep.
Praying. No, I'm not praying.
Take your vitamins, say your prayers.
It's cool. One of the most rewarding things through this whole entire process is one of my best friends since a childhood, since kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
He saw me the other day, and first time he'd seen me in, probably a year.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "You look really good, man." And I said, "Thanks," and I appreciate it. Yada yada. I mean, he's just been there my whole entire life.
Right.
And he's always been like, every time he sees me, he's like, "Hey, what's up, you fat fuck, you fat bitch." And it never offended me because I'd give it right back. And
Yeah.
You fucking peanut cock motherfucker, whatever. And then he called me that night. And he's like, dude, I'm so fucking proud of you. And I said, thanks, man. I'd had enough. And he got emotional. He's like, dude, I need you to help me. And I said, I love you, man. Let me fucking help you. I'm not good at this.
Yeah.
But I want people to understand that mentally, I've fucking defeated myself so many times over the years. And whatever you think about yourself, throw it out the fucking window. Because I'm here to tell you, I couldn't do it. I could not do it so many fucking times in my life that I knew that I went to the doctor and I said, give me whatever medicine you need to give me to keep me alive. I don't care how sick I get. I don't care if I have diabetes. I don't care about my heart. Give me whatever. And I remember once I told him, I said, I don't care. Like, I don't care if I'm dying. And I've got a family that I love.
Mm-hmm.
I've got you that I love. I've got these people all these people in my life that I care so, like a profound amount. Just, I love everyone so much. And I said, dude, I've got everything to lose by just staying on this track. So if you're someone that's listening, you're just thinking, I can't do it. I can't eat better. I can't exercise. I'm here to tell you that I was there, and I could never, ever in my entire life think that I could break the cycle. But after you get that, I just remember one time I was outside, and I just started doing squats and burpees. And I just said, I'm going to elevate my heart. And I did it for 10 minutes. And I was hurting, dude. My chest hurt. My lungs hurt. And I got done. And I was so proud of myself for saying, I moved. I did something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started researching calorie deficit and the way we process foods and and it wasn't awful. And then, but once I got over the hump of just like realizing you don't have to indulge every single time you eat. You don't have to you don't have to feel that feeling of grease fucking running down your throat. You don't have to feel that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to put fuel in your body to make the feeling of being hungry go away, essentially.
Well, and then the other thing is that one, you got to make sure you're drinking water. It's the biggest building block of all this. Yeah, there's a lot of times where your body's going to tell you that you're hungry when you're really not. You just need water. Like your body's telling you it needs something, and if you're an eater, I'm an eater. I fucking love food.
Yeah.
You're just going to be like, okay, I need to get me something to eat. Really, you just need something to fucking drink. And as far as exercising goes, it's not always, you don't always have to just fucking go to the gym and put in 2 or 3 hours of time. If you live a sedentary life, like if you have an office job, if you're going home and you're just chilling on the couch, just getting up and like you said, just taking a walk.
Bro, I'm just walking.
Yeah.
I'm literally walking. I've ran 2 or 3, 4, I don't know. I probably ran a handful of times now.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been lifting my weights. But I've just been walking. Like,
it's just it's doing it first, and then
Yeah, and once you
feel better, then you'll want to do more.
I'm telling you, look up high intensity interval training on YouTube. Follow a 15-minute thing, and don't worry about keeping up with the person. Just focus on moving and raising your heart rate. And when you're done, look yourself in the mirror and say, "Bob, good fucking job, dude.
Sure,
I'm proud of you." And that's the important part about going through a process like this is don't kill yourself the days that you do bad. Yeah, have some accountability. It's like, God damn it. Did I really need fucking 6 slices of pizza? Probably not. But the next time when you have a salad and you only have 1 slice of pizza, be like, you fucking killed it. You did a good job.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to celebrate and pat yourself on the back. And it doesn't have to be like and the most important part for me through all this is I decided that I was doing it for myself. Mm-hmm. If you look on my Facebook, I haven't posted any pictures of myself. I decided this time this is not for anybody else.
Sure.
This is for me. I'm doing this for me. I got to hold myself accountable.
And I think it's that way for anything. Like if you're whatever your vice is, if it's fucking drugs, if it's alcohol, if it's tobacco,
whatever it is.
You can't have other people telling you like, hey, you need to quit, and you're like, yeah, I know, I need to stop.
Right
I'm
now.
I'm gonna stop. No, it's something you have to want for yourself. You have to want it, and you have to be like, you know what, enough is enough. I need to change this.
You gotta look in the mirror and decide and say,
Absolutely.
all right, Nick, it's time, buddy. You gotta fucking change.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say it again until I'm blue in the face, red in the face. I think I might have been the most mentally weakest person in the entire world. Out of all the times I'm just like, all right, I'm fucking done. I'm eating a bowl of fucking Fruity Pebbles tonight.
Sure.
And I'd leave it all behind me. I'd say, I'm tired of being that way. And then eventually one day I said, I'm done being like that. And if I can tell myself that I'm done with the Fruity Pebbles. I'm done. And you can still have Fruity Pebbles.
That's the thing.
But don't do it fucking every single night.
Right.
Treat yourself once a month to some Fruity Pebbles. And God damn it, eat the Fruity Pebbles as much as you want.
Yeah.
But just know that you're going to feel like shit afterwards. We went someplace the other night, and they had fried catfish and French fries. I had a bite of French fries and a bite of fried catfish. I said, this stuff tastes like fucking horse semen. This tastes disgusting. And I'm telling you, you'll grow out of the bad foods to where you're like, all right, I don't want food. I want fuel. I want some protein. I want stuff that I know is going to be kind to my body. And then once you get to that, you're like a well-oiled machine. You're like, listen, dude, I know that bacon cheeseburger, it's going to make me feel bad. But before that, you're just so used to the status quo of always feeling bad. Like my inflammation's gone away, my aches and pains. I thought I was heading to fucking rotator cuff surgery.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm straight now. And this is just from like going with dumbbells instead of barbells, but
Snoring still stopped?
my snoring's gone.
Yeah.
I can sleep on my back.
It's probably you probably lost that fucking weight-induced sleep apnea.
I've got a whole handful more of dick. I can.
Every 30 pounds is another inch.
She thought we were having a threesome the other night. I said, no, that's my dick. Fucking grab onto it.
Yeah.
There's enough. I can grab it while she. Never mind. I won't be that graphic about it, but
You grew it yourself?
yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
And I encourage anyone listening, whatever you want to accomplish in your life, and if you've ever told yourself I can't do it, I just want you to know that if I can do it, that you can do it. And it may, like Rob Dog said, it could be quitting tobacco or quitting drinking, or you're on fucking dope or something, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Let us be the shining light that tells you can break the fucking cycle.
Sure.
And just because your dad was an alcoholic or your mom beat you, be the one that breaks the cycle, dude. Just like Rob's done with his family. Rob had a
Yes, sir.
rough growing up. When I guarantee you flash forward in 20 years and you ask Colton, Carter, and Cooper, hey, what was your dad like? They say he was a fun motherfucker. And you know what? When you ask Rob Dog about his dad, he's going to be like, that dude was a scumbag. He used to beat the shit out of me.
Fucking sucked. Yeah.
And you didn't use that as a crutch to beat your kids and be a fucking drunk
Yeah.
imbecile.
Sure.
You broke the cycle, man.
Yep.
And those kids know a comforting, nurturing home, and that's what they're going to carry on to their kids when they grow up. So be the one that breaks the generational curses, man. Fortunately for me, I got really I couldn't ask for better parents.
Yeah.
But with that being said, my mom cooks with bacon grease. My dad eats it.
You say your dad eats
He's
it?
got a bad heart.
Yeah.
And dudes in my family do not live that long. But I want to be the one that says, all right, I'm going to live a little longer than 60 years old. I want to do a little better than that for the people that love me.
That's good for you, man. I'm super proud of you.
Thank you. And I'm not trying to be like
So boxy.
holier than thou right
Sure.
now.
No. And I don't think anybody thinks that. I mean,
I'm just saying, if me and my psyche, where I've been, I'm just like, I'm cool with being a fucking 42-30 for the rest of my life.
yeah.
I went to Hollister the other day.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time in probably fucking 25 years. And I went in there, I was like, oh, there's some nice shirts in here. And I can fit into them. And it was a good feeling. And once you start to have those small victories, you're going to be like, yeah, I got to keep going. I'm doing good. It makes me feel good.
Yeah.
But you're going to be buying new wardrobes every 2 weeks.
That's what sucks.
I got some baggy ass shit now. I still wear it. I don't know
That's
if I
good
wear
sleeping
it.
shirts, though.
It is. Good fucking shirts.
I got a couple of real big ones that I still wear. I'm like, oh, it's a fucking good sleeping shirt.
Yeah.
You don't get too hot.
Whatever it is, guys, I encourage you just to be better, to do better, and hold yourself accountable.
And it doesn't even have to be anything that's huge. Like
a dick.
You notice, you're spending a little bit too much time on your phone for you. Fucking, cut that out a little bit. You don't need it. It's not if it's not conducive to your life.
That's helped me, dude.
Trim that shit down.
Getting off Facebook, Instagram, getting off all that.
Yeah. Or even like when it comes to eating, like cut out the fucking, one thing at a time. If you indulge in everything, cut out the sweets.
Yeah.
Chop down on that, and then the other things you'll see how it affects you, and you'll go from there.
And I gotta tell you, don't look into diets. You're not going on a diet. You're not going on keto, because people say, "Oh, keto! I lost 50 pounds on keto." Whomever says eating a block of cream cheese and a fucking pound of bacon is a good diet to follow deserves to die. Let that person die. How you doing, Tom?
The problem is it's not sustainable.
It not only is it unsustainable, but it's not healthy.
Yeah,
it's not healthy.
Yeah.
Look to change your lifestyle. Instead of having, macaroni and cheese as a side dish, cut up an avocado, throw in some fucking cauliflower rice. I mean,
and the thing is if you're a person that typically doesn't do anything, it's as simple as you can still eat the same shit that you did as long as you're a little more active. And then from there you can adjust. You'll eventually plateau, and then you'll have to change your diet a little bit, and you can, up your workout a little bit. Mm-hmm. And it's not a cold turkey thing. It's not something you just have to completely stop doing one thing or another. It's, make little incremental changes, increase your activity.
Yep. It's all about calorie deficit.
It's deficit. That's all that it is.
So my advice, my official diet, how I've achieved all this, tracking every single thing that goes into your body, living in a calorie deficit, and drinking water. Calorie deficit.
Water's huge, man.
Water. So, all right, guys.
I can't fucking wait for the cruise. Let's fucking.
We are talking.
You still got about a month left, guys. So
we'll get there.
If you get some sort of a big settlement and want to come party with us in the next month, our friend Ricky is looking for a roommate. So if you want to split a room,
is he going?
He wants to, but he can't find anybody to room with right now.
What about Jersey Pete?
I don't think Pete wants to share a room. Pete, I don't think Pete's a room sharer.
With Ricky, you would be.
Maybe
Ricky puts out, dude.
I think Pete's already paid though, so I mean it's one of those things.
All right.
Hit up Ricky Irwin on Facebook if you want to go to the cruise for half price.
And if anybody wants to talk about their journey, or if you want advice, email us. I'll return every email if you got any questions about where you're going with your health journey. And I'm not the healthiest, but I'll tell you what's worked for me. I'm not,
but I know about it. I'm just fucking lazy.
And if you're a fucking overweight 36-year-old, I can tell you how to get there.
There you go.
I can show you how to add 3 inches to your dick.
Sold.
All right, guys.
4 inches strong.
We love you so much.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you.
See you.
See you next week.